Now here's a big one. We got George Floyd. This is this is uh this is a big one right here, I feel like this changed a lot of stuff about how we live today. George Floyd was an African American male who was 46 years old on the evening of May 25th, 2020. Minneapolis police officers responded to a call about a suspect use of counterfeit $20 bills at a store. The police who were involved in this was Derek Chauvin, Thomas Lane, J. Alexander Kwong, Toy Tao. Derek Chauvin was the main police officer in this case. He had his knee on George Floyd's neck for a total of 9 minutes. Two other police officers, J. Alexander Kwong and Thomas Lane, assisted Chauvin in the restraining Floyd. Lane had also pointed a gun at Floyd's head before he was handcuffed. Before being placed on the ground, Floyd had exhibited signs of anxiety, complaining about claustrophobia, and being unable to breathe. After being handcuffed, he showed more signs of distress, still complaining of breathing difficulties. The knee on his neck and the fear of death made it worse. After many minutes, Floyd stopped speaking. After a few minutes, he lay there motionless. One of the officers checked if he was okay, but George Floyd had no pulse. Derek ignored bystanders by telling him to lift his knee off Floyd's neck, but he didn't listen. The next day, after videos recorded by witnesses and security cameras became public, the Minneapolis Police Department fired all 4 officers. 2 autopsies were made, and George Floyd's death was pronounced a homicide. Now this one is pretty crazy. You have your you have your knee on somebody's neck for a total of 9 minutes, and especially if it's somebody you don't know, they might have health complications that you don't know about. So it's really not smart to keep your knee on somebody's neck. Like, you don't know what they got going on. And obviously right here, he's obviously has some issues. George Floyd has some issues, claustrophobia. Like, I don't think he had his lungs for to have his knee on his neck for 9 minutes. That's just really absurd. I mean, this one, yeah, this one is definitely police brutality. Like, this is pretty bad. And yeah, Derek killed him for having his knee on his neck. Can you listen to anybody? I mean, come on, man. You gotta be smart on that. All 4 police officers faced federal civil rights charges in December of 2021. Chauvin pleaded guilty to federal charges of violating Floyd's civil rights by using unreasonable force and ignoring his serious medical distress. Derek received 22 and a half years in prison, and he was charged with unintentional second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. Floyd's murder led to worldwide protests against police brutality, police racism, and lack of police accountability. So this dude got 22 years, which is justified. He killed this guy. I mean, no reason you should be having a knee on this guy's neck for a total of 9 minutes. And I've heard he's gotten stabbed in prison. I mean, it's pretty bad, man. I mean, not saying you get what you get, but it's just wrong to do that. George Floyd aftermath. Massive protests in Minneapolis. It became one of the largest protest movements in modern history, with millions of participants across more than 60 countries, Europe, major cities like London, Berlin, and in Asia, countries such as France, Italy, Nigeria also saw large scales of demonstration. Africa, South Africa, Nigeria, like all these places had protests and demanded justice for George Floyd's death. Protests were held in various cities around the world, reflecting a global movement against racism and police brutality. These protests were part of a larger movement advocating for racial justice and police reform. Globally, the death of George Floyd caused a worldwide quote of George Floyd stating, "I can't breathe." This is pretty big. This is what put Black Lives Matter on the map. Like, everybody knows about Black Lives Matter because of George Floyd right here. I can't breathe. Like, this is really big. I mean, yeah, I feel like this definitely changed how we look at the world now. Yeah, this one was pretty bad. You got 60 countries protesting about police brutality, which is crazy. Like, that's just like really crazy. I mean, it's crazy how it started from a hashtag Black Lives Matter from 3 friends to globally 60 countries. Like, it's crazy how Black Lives Matter grew in such a short amount of period of time from 2013 to, what is this, 2021? That's like 8 years. That's not a long time. Like, it takes a long time for stuff to grow like that. But this grew so fast. It's pretty crazy to think about, you know? Black Lives Matter on policing. Black Lives Matter helped push a lot of new policies for policing. After all the major African American killings that were caused by police officers, it made Black Lives Matter become a big topic in America because there were lots of cases of police brutality that took place every year, happening almost every year. This made police brutality a major topic in America, which forced policing to do something about it since they were facing so much backlash. The changes they made because of this was police have the duty to intervene. Officers must stop another officer using excessive force. They have bans on chokehold and neck restraint, mandatory reporting anytime force is used. Before BLM, many of these policies didn't exist. Before 2014, body cameras were rare. After BLM, they pressured departments to make body cameras mandatory. Footage releases policies became more common. So, Black Lives Matter, like all these moves, all these protests, bro, they made a big change in policing. Like, changed a bunch of rules. It's pretty crazy how, like I said, like a hashtag changed all of this, which is pretty crazy to hear. Like, and this is a short amount of period of time, 10 years. How this all changed all this stuff, like police departments, like it changed America, which is crazy. And I mean, it was getting pretty bad, man. Like black people were getting killed almost every year due to police officers, but some are justified, some isn't. Like George Floyd, that's not good. But some of them, you know, how did Black Lives Matter influence the world? Black Lives Matter protests spread over 60 countries, like I said, and Black Lives Matter had such a big impact that it inspired other countries to protest against what they think is wrong. Black Lives Matter became a framework for confronting racism everywhere, not just in the US, which is crazy to think about that a hashtag influenced most of the world. All the racism, all of the racism murder cases played a big part by making police brutality a global conversation. Forced governments to examine their own policing practices. Black Lives Matter increased body camera adoption, led to new regulations on chokeholds and forced policies in many cities worldwide. Yeah, so this is pretty crazy. Really crazy. Yeah. That's the end of the presentation. Thank you.